Welcome in, Summit members. We got a packed room today for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Sons Studio C session with one of our favorites in the 330 local music scene. From the Akron area, we have the band Wishgarden here on stage to perform in Studio C. Ladies and gents, how are you up there?
Doing pretty great.
Doing great.
Absolutely. Good to have you guys here and looking forward to hearing what you have lined up for us, musically speaking. You guys are going to be appearing later this summer, July 10th, as part of the Downtown at Dusk series at the Akron Art Museum, one of my favorite events of the summertime in Akron. And I understand you guys have some new music coming eventually later this summer. But for now, why don't we start off with a song? What do you guys have for us first here?
We'll start off with a song called 8 Days, and I think it fits into with your recovery program here at 91.3.
Our Summit Wellness Initiative.
Yeah, wellness. Yeah, there you go.
She was thinking about that autumn night when they had their last fight. Couldn't live with that habit of hers no more. Looked out the window, listened to the wind, started thinking about what might have been, but he was gone in the black of the night. And it's 8 days, 3 more steps before she'll make it out clean. She swears they're the hardest time, the toughest she'd ever seen. If she could, she'd chuck all of her past, trade it in for a second chance, buy it all with the days that lie ahead. But that old baggage set deep inside her head, gone and twisted, worn to a thread, what kept her from moving on. And it's 8 days, 3 more steps before she'll make it out. She swears they're the hardest time, the toughest she'd ever seen. Hope springs eternal and love never ends. Second chances come round again. She hears a voice, they're coming home. And it's 8 days, 3 more steps before she made it out. She swears they're the hardest time, the toughest she'd ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wishgarden joining us for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C sessions. One of our new favorites out of the 330 from the Akron area. And gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves on stage? Let us all know who you are.
We'll start down here with...
I'm Mike Lenz, Akron, Ohio.
Mike's a known quantity in Akron. He's like, if not one of the top guitarists around here, and we're blessed and honored to have him in the band.
The band's secret weapon.
Hi, I'm Vincent. I'm Tony's younger brother.
Right. That's my joke. You stole my joke. That's right. And on drums?
Oh, I'm Danny Paparella, the younger brother.
They're tied for first place for my favorite sons. So.
I'm Sam. Nice to meet you.
Sam Cabot. She's jack of all trades and master of many. She plays flute, sax, sings. She's great. Anyway.
Bob Mosick.
We want to call him Bongo Bob, but he plays djembe, so we call him Bob.
I'm Xavier Ali. Nice to meet you all and play for you all.
And he's Sam's favorite son on stage.
And of course, you on mic and guitar, Tony Paparella,
I'm Tony
leader of the
Paparella.
band. That's Wishgarden, everyone. And as two of your bandmates alluded to, Tony, this is sort of a family affair. You have your sons who play with you in this band, Wishgarden, and I mean that's pretty cool that you have your two sons involved. And how did that come about? And did you have to persuade them extra hard to join you?
Well, no, I think, what were you guys, in high school and junior high when we first started playing together? Oh, yeah, that's right. So I forgot about that. There's a song we do. We're not doing it tonight. It's called Are We There Yet, Dad? And they were, like that tall. And I'd do these solo acts, and we'd be a trio. They'd come up, I'd give them a mic, and they would do the backups, and they would sing, Are We There Yet? And so it brought in the cute factor, and people hired me back.
Well,
so.
I was gonna say, like, usually teenagers are like, oh, fine, whatever, Dad, or just don't want anything to do with their parents. But you found out something pretty interesting all along that sort of helped them out, right?
So early on, and they heard my songs since they were very young, before they were playing instruments. And when they got to the point where they were playing their thing, we started playing together. But what I noticed was that when I would bring other musicians into play with me, it took them a little while to learn the songs. They hadn't heard my original songs ever. But they grew up with them. And I remember the first practice we did, I was like, oh my God, you guys get these songs. How is that? And then I thought, well, wait a minute. You've been listening to them for 5, 6, 7 years.
Their whole lives at that point.
That's right. It was,
yeah.
As Vince says, the soundtrack of his childhood, I think.
Well, that's super cool, and it's so great. It's got to be so rewarding to have two of your kids in your band. And something else I want to mention about Wishgarden is that you've created an award-winning music video for this next song that we're going to play, yes. And it's won Best Music Video at the New York Film and Cinematography Awards just this week. It's been accepted for screening at the Venice Under the Stars Film Festival in Venice, Italy. It won gold at the International Independent Film Awards out of Texas. This is an amazing music video that I know you're very, very proud of. Tell us about what the concept is behind this, if you would.
So I wrote it on the occasion of my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Your parents are here tonight.
And they are here tonight,
yeah.
Over here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. So, oh, my dad's right here. Right. I can't see anybody. Got my shades on, the lights in my eyes. But, if somebody else wants to be my dad, join right in. No way. Nobody could replace my dad. So, and I remember we were on a Boy Scout trip. And we had, gotten back in, and that day, the wedding anniversary party was at my parents', at my brother Mike's house, and I still hadn't finished the lyrics. I finished them up that morning, and then I sang it there. And many years later, we started playing it together, and I cooked up this idea to do a a music video to the song. And the song envisions my parents as young people on their wedding day, and asking the question, where are we going to be in 50 years? And that's the concept behind the song. And then the video has a story arc of their wedding day. And we're gonna premiere it here in Akron at the July 10th
Downtown at Dusk.
At Downtown at Dusk. So we'll have that out there.
That is super cool. I don't know that Downtown at Dusk has ever done a world premiere music video.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And again, how long have your parents, John and Dolores, been married?
Now I'll age myself. They've been married it'll be 67 years.
67 years. Wow. That's 2/3 of a century. That is true love, and then congrats to your parents, John and Dolores. That's fantastic.
They don't keep a lot of sharp knives or loaded weapons around, so they lasted.
Well, and I'm excited to see this. I mean, we have seen a clip of this. You were here at the station and sort of telling us about it, and but gosh, to have the vision for that, to have a plan of how you want to do it, and then to go out and execute it with the help of trained professionals, cameramen, and the cinematography vision you have, and then to have it nominated for all these awards. That's incredible. I'm sure that's got to kind of blow your mind, right?
It really does blow my mind, because my original thought was, okay, I won't give any spoilers, but there's a wedding reception, and well, actually, so I could tell you this in anticipation of the video. We filmed it at the same place my parents had their wedding reception, which was in the driveway and the yard next to my mom's parents' house. And they were just kids. They didn't have any money, and they had knockers and beer. That was the big wedding meal. So we were just going to go out there and film it. I knocked on the guy's door. Hey, what would you think of us doing a music video here? And I told him the story, and he was like, oh yeah, of course, So we filmed. My idea was, we'll get a couple guys with cameras, and we'll have this wedding, and the band will be playing, and that'll be our video. But we went to a real producer, Ryan Koppelman, with I think it's Beyond the Studio, or Beyond the what is it? Beyond the Picture Studio. And he's in the business, and he really professionalized it. And when you went there, it looks like you were filming a movie.
Right.
It was that kind of gear.
Right.
So it was pretty neat.
Well, it's a music video for the song In 50 Years,
In
and you're
50
going to
years.
play that one for us now. This is Wishgarden live in Studio C here on the Summit FM.
I'm walking down the aisle with you. Hey there, dear, where are you going today?
I want to spend my life with you.
Where we'll be in 50 years, remembering laughter or counting tears. Will we dance or take it slow? I can't promise, but this I know, I'll still be yours.
Hey there, Johnny, what are you doing today?
I'm gonna take your hands in mine. Hey there, dear, what are you doing today?
I'm gonna slip my arms around you.
Will the years pass before we know? Build our memories from these seeds we sow. Like clouds they'll pass before our eyes. Whether starry or stormy skies, I'll still be yours. and where we'll be, I can't promise, but this I see, I'll still be yours.
Hey there, Johnny, what are you doing today?
I'm walking down the aisle with you. Hey there, Dee, where are you going today?
I'm off to spend my life with you.
In 50 years I know I'll still love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that was beautiful. A song called In 50 Years from our friends in the band Wishgarden, one of our local favorites out of the 330, joining our Summit members in the room for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session. And a nod to your folks. Again, John and Dolores, congrats again on 67 years being married. That's incredible. You know, and so with that, I mean, family runs deep in this band. You've even said that this was briefly even a two-family band, right?
Yes, so it was at one point, again, I think we're high school years here for Vince and Danny. Vince, Danny, myself, Sam, and Xavier, and then that was it. We had eventually Dale Galgozzi added himself to the band for a little while. But it was us. It was we five, and it wasn't a lot. We like farmers markets and my uncle's place in Houston, pub in Norton, and a few other places.
But tell me about that other family dynamic. Who else is related in that other family, and how did that part come together?
Well,
Do you want me to jump in?
yeah. Why don't you jump in? Please do that.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Sam, and this is my youngest son, Xavier.
There we go. Okay. Now it all
And-
makes sense.
When Tony and I would play duo shows when they were very young, the three boys would sit with the lovely Susie in the back and play Pokemon or Magic, whatever card game they were doing, while Tony and I would do a duo show. And so he was kind of indoctrinated into it too. So he just kind of, they tagged along, and I highly recommend breeding your own roadies.
Every little bit helps, right? Well, Tony, you know, and with that, you know, how long have you been playing music like this yourself, personally?
Well, I had a band way back, really to age myself, the late 80s, that I had formed. And I played that for a few years, and then I put my guitar down for a long time. Soon I got married. And I don't know, we moved to Detroit, and we were busy with our careers, and I just futz around with guitar a little bit around the house. And the boys came along, and Vince broke my guitar, which we got fixed. That's another story. He was 3 years old. So.
Yeah, it happens.
But we fixed it, and it was all good.
Well, no, go ahead.
And then, I don't know, 20... When did we start playing together? 22 years ago?
Well, he was 10, and he's 33.
Holy moly.
So,
23 years ago.
yeah.
So
I
about
didn't want to say that
24
out
years
loud.
ago, Susie, my wife, got me a solo gig without telling me.
I was just going to say, you can credit her for that, your first ever solo gig.
First ever solo
Your
gig.
wife is
Yeah.
responsible for that.
Right.
How'd that come about? What happened there?
Well, I had been playing some open mics, and she knew somebody at a coffee shop that was, it's where the Nervous Dog is now in West Akron, out in Wallhaven, if any of you are familiar with that.
Yeah.
And it was a different coffee shop then, and they had entertainment. And Susie knew one of the baristas there, who was another mom at the school that our sons went to. And she said, hey, why don't you let my husband play there? And she did. And I didn't have enough material. So I got a couple other people that I was at the open mic with to come in to fill out. So it was a little show, like 2 or 3 of us would play. And we did that for a while, and then it kept growing from there.
Well, speaking of that, and your wife sort of being your early tour manager in a sense, right? helping you out with the beginnings of your music career in that sense. This next song sort of ties into that, and what one another can bring to a union and a marriage. What's this next song you have for us here?
It's called Our Rivers, and it speaks to I mean, you come into a marriage and you both are bringing your stuff, who you are, who your family is, how you were raised. You're bringing that all together, and then you get a family together, you grow, but no matter where you're changing, where you live or what you're doing, it's those changing rivers. That's where your home is.
Well, let's hear that one right now. This is Wishgarden live in Studio C here on the Summit FM.
And as I usually do when I start this song, I say, I wrote this song for my darling wife, which is true.
For the days my mother made, for the nights my father gave, bring me through a young boy's age, shape a mind and mold a heart for you, give it all to you, I give it all to you. Our river's gone through different places, people's hearts where we've been before. Now we wind and when we dance our way to the open shore. It's on these moving waters that we build our home. 2 boys and 5 careers, how we dance through the years, spinning round to and fro. Take it fast, take it slow with you. Dance it all with you. I dance it all with you. Our river's gone through different places, people's hearts where we've been before. Now we wind it when we dance our way to the open shore. It's on these moving waters that we build our home. We wind and when we dance our way to the open shore. It's on these moving waters that we build our home. Years once far now seem so near. Take these days, we hold them dear. When our song is nearly done, when the words have all been sung, I'll sing it for you, I'll sing it for you, I'll still sing it for you. Our river's gone through different places, people's hearts where we've been before. And now we wind it when we dance our way to the open shore. It's on these moving waters that we build our home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wishgarden joining us for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session, one of our favorites in the local 330 music scene. Wishgarden here with a room full of Summit members, and they'll be appearing July 10th as part of the Downtown at Dusk series at the Akron Art Museum. And Tony, I want to ask you about this specifically. This is something that I think is just great that you have also sort of a project that has become a big project and a big pillar of the local music community in our area. And, you know, you're retired now. You've really devoted yourself to music with especially now, and you know. You have something very special on your property. We use the word community a lot at our radio station, cultivating what we have here with you know, the music you hear on the radio, the events that we're involved with. But you've honestly cultivated your own sense of community with a venue that you've built up called Strawberry Fields, and it's a unique place, a unique venue, and it's just something that I don't. Well, if you would just describe to everyone what that is, if they're not familiar.
So, Susie and I, my wife and I, bought this property. It's actually in Cuyahoga Falls. It's on the farthest western edge. And on the property was an old barn. Mm-hmm. I don't know, the barn itself, 35, 40 years now. But the bones are mid-1800s, and they moved it from Smith Road down there. They rebuilt it, the previous owner. And it was horses and hay. But, you know, those animals aren't housebroken, so we didn't keep them. But we renovated it. We had some bathrooms. We put some stage lights in. I put a sound system in. And we host 5-6 bands and smaller acts a year in the summer. And we'll play. We open the season up. And then I'll have smaller acts on Mondays and then a couple bigger acts on the weekends. And then we're going to do one together. We are
Putting together our own event, a Summit members-only concert, August 4th. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Well, details forthcoming. How about that? To be made official. Summit members, check your email for the official invite, etc. Yeah, but yeah.
If I would add one thing that you used a really important word and it makes a lot of sense is community.
Absolutely.
And this is just one of those ways to invest in our community.
Yeah.
And help build that community musically. Usually, actually, all the time after the bands play, we have a jam session around the fire. So, anybody, brings their instrument and we sit around and pluck some guitar and sing some songs.
How awesome is that?
It's pretty awesome.
It is. And not to mention the fact, creating your own community around that. I mean, you send out a newsletter to your own followers and that sort of thing. I mean, the word is out. This is a real thing that, how long have you been doing this out there?
Well, we bought the place, so 2018 was the first one we did, and we only did one out there. Mm-hmm. And that was with the unrenovated barn.
Right.
The place was packed. It was rocking, and a lot of people were dancing, and we felt the floor kind of going up and down.
Oh, boy.
So that's why we put steel I-beams under the floors to stiffen it up a little bit.
So since 2018, and how many events? You said about 6 per summer or so?
5 or 6 we'll do. And we do 6 this year.
And if there's anyone that would like more information on that, where can they find that?
They could contact me. They go to send an email to me, and I can get you on the email list.
There you go. Yeah. Your own little newsletter of a lot of great events that you have out there at Strawberry Fields, just outside of Akron, tucked away in somewhat of a secluded spot in the wilderness, and just a beautiful setting for live music out there. And also wanted to mention, too, of course, you're going to be at Downtown at Dusk at the Akron Art Museum. That's super cool that you're doing that. Again, you're premiering the music video for the song In 50 Years out there. Are you a regular attendee of that event during the summer?
I love it. My wife and I have been going to that thing for years.
Same here.
It's just a beautiful event.
Yeah.
They get quality acts in. A lot of people show up. You can go tool around the art museum if you'd like.
Yeah.
They serve refreshments. it's just a beautiful time in downtown Akron.
It is. It's a fun atmosphere to be out in, and a great social event. There's great live music, the art museum, the beautiful Bud and Susie Rogers Gardens, all of it. One of my favorite Akron events of the summertime. And again, you'll be there as Wishgarden performing July 10th, downtown at dusk at the Akron Art Museum. And Tony, we have one more song. What do you have for us next year?
Okay, we're gonna do.
Well, actually, a couple more. I think.
If we can squeeze into that'd be great.
I think
If
we
not-
can squeeze in the second
right.
one if that's all right
That'd be
with
awesome.
everyone in attendance here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next one, we actually have to tune our guitars a little differently, but it's called Cavalryman. And the only way I can describe it is it's kind of a song of personal independence that also recognizes you're part of a community. Do our drop D here. And
The first drum part I ever wrote.
Ooh. First drum part.
Yeah, first drum part I ever wrote on my own for this song.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. We can clap for that.
all right, here we go.
Dodging lightning, riding on thunder. Take my sins, cast them asunder. We're sons and daughters of a cavalryman, charging up hill to castles in the sand. Giddy up. Mountains in this land of a big blue sky. Answers coming, but I still wonder why. It's slow and I don't know. Think it best just to leave it alone. So come on, brothers, sisters, lend a hand. The soft-spoken cowboy of a traveling man, working out these days right through the night, living for what's right. Hey, hey, hey. I'm flirting with the devil, dancing with the Lord, working out my life on my own accord. Where's the road going? I don't know. Think it best just to leave it alone. So come on, brothers, sisters, lend a hand to this soft-spoken cowboy of a traveling man. I'm working out these days right through the night, living for what's right. Yeah. So come on, brothers, sisters, lend a hand to this soft-spoken cowboy of a traveling man. I'm working out these days right through the night, living for what's right. Yeah. I'm a child of tomorrow, captain of my day, living my life my own way. I'll take the road to the next man. I'll take my own to my sand. Get up.
Thank you.
Straight from the 330 from Akron in particular, we have local band Wishgarden joining us for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Sons Studio C session, sharing songs and stories with Summit members in attendance here at the Summit FM, and appearing soon, later this summer, July 10th, as part of the Downtown at Dusk series at the Akron Art Museum. You guys have been so much fun to have here and get to know a little bit. Great songs and just good energy. I think we have time for one more. I think we should do that, right? You have a fun song lined up for us last, right?
I got a fun song tonight.
Yeah. What do you got for us here on this one?
Some of you actually know this song, and you can sing the part that's going to come. So here we go. She was long on dreams,
Long on dreams,
short on cash,
short on cash.
had a nice place to go, never seemed to last. Well, it happened such a long time ago, don't know if it's real or even a dream. Now passing by, another tear in my eye. So come on, bartender, pour me another. Promise I'll drink it down slow, but I know when I turn around, she'll still be gone. Oh, she wasn't long on dreams, short on cash, had a nice place to go, never seemed to last. Weave herself into my mind, unravel me and her. Well, she didn't like the things you did every day, didn't like the things seemed to get in the way, didn't like the blues, but she sang them anyway. I like the sound of her voice in the morning, the smell of her hair when I pulled her close to me, the way she pressed her lips against mine. And she wasn't long on dreams, short on cash, had a nice place to go, never seemed to last. Weave herself into my mind, unravel me and her. She sang sha la 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 la, oh la 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 la, oh la 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 la. She was happy in a world of her own making, when everything seemed to be right for the take, when the universe seems to give her all that she needs. Well, it might have been her, could have been me. Maybe it was something we just didn't see, but I know it's someplace else she had to be. Yeah, she wasn't long on dreams, short on cash, had a nice place to go, never seemed to last. Weave herself into my mind, unravel me and hers. She sang sha la 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 la, oh la 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 la, oh la 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 la. She sang sha la 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 la, oh la 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 la, oh la 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 la. She sang sha la 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 la, sha la la, oh la 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 la. She was on dreams. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys have been great.
Well, that was fun. Wishgarden joining us for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session for our Summit members, one of our favorite new bands emerging out of the 330 Akron music scene. Again, Wishgarden performing and appearing as part of Downtown at Dusk at the Akron Art Museum July 10th. Get there early for the world premiere debut of the new music video for the song In 50 Years. Guys, thanks for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. We're big fans of your music here, and we appreciate you guys coming in. And thanks to our Summit members. Let's give one more round of applause for Wishgarden, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. And applause for Summit for what they do for music in this town. Thank you.